we should be good to go.
Alright, cool. Are you starting off?
You can. I want to make sure that I'll pull up the streams to make sure they're working right. And you can talk for now if you want.
Oh, is it live now? Sorry.
Yeah.
Alright. Sorry everyone. We are live here at the British GP. This is the silver class. I'm super excited to be here. Bats, I think you and I, this is our first time commentating together, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I know we're going to be kind of watching exactly how everyone's going to be doing strategy-wise. I think it's a pretty simple strategy, but it's always fun to watch the race before ours tomorrow and just kind of see how everyone does.
Yeah, it's that's my first time actually holding a stream, so I just wanted to make sure that everything's going right. But yeah, I mean it's pretty simple. It's soft to medium, and then if you're outside the top 10, I mean maybe you could do medium to soft, but there's really no other choice besides them.
Yeah, absolutely not. I would certainly agree. I think this game and even last game too, I think the hards are almost always going to end up being the worst tire to be on. It's almost even, you almost even want to go two-stop if you get damage in the first lap, because it's kind of just the hards are going to be too long, or the hards are just too slow, and there's always a likelihood, you know, of a safety car at the end of the race or something like that, and so we just got to stick with it and hope for the best.
So let's see who we have out here.
Yeah, and I can
going on a laps to 4.
Yep. And I can run through the standings for at least the top 10 real quick.
Yep.
We got Sir Charles in first with 84 points, Blend Machine 83, Rafa Hawk with 81, Wiener Drink with 63, STX with 57, in the 5th place, Sarah in 6th place with 46, Broom Handle in 7th with 45, Rockstar in 8th with 34, in 9th Ballad with 33, and in 10th Crooner with 32, and Blend and Sir Charles and the McLarens having a commanding lead in the constructors at 167 points. Behind them, it's going to be Rockstar and Wiener Drink with 97 points. And they're in the Red Bulls, it looks like. And then in 3rd, just a little bit more behind them, is STX and Ballard with 90 points in the Aston Martins.
Crooner takes a 4th spot, so I'll not be on good tires anymore.
Yeah, 127.2 bets. I actually almost shouldn't even admit this, but I haven't done any practice so far before tomorrow's race. I'm gonna do some more after. Have you done any practice here so far? How does it feel in the new game if you have?
I did it for about a half hour before this, and that's pretty much it on this game so far. And it feels a lot different than the last game to me. The corners are a lot slower, and you can't take everything flat out. You know, certain corners like you could in last game. And if your setup's bad, then you're going to have a lot of problems with the car bottoming out. I think it's cops and a couple of other corners, like turn 1. So you might see a lot of spins in those areas. Yeah,
and through maggots and baggage too. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have done laps here in this game. It's just been a while, but I remember, I mean, yeah, it is a very slippery track in some of those corners. I mean, yeah, maggots, I remember just basically being completely different. You could always not go flat out through it, but you could always hit the gas pretty hard coming out of it in the old games, and now I feel like it is just so touch and go.
Yeah, especially, I mean, it's especially different in maggots and beckets, because you have to take a different, it's almost like a different line, and you have to be off the throttle in different spots than the last game because of the way the cars react. So it definitely takes a while to get used to it, and I think there's like a 10 to 15 mile per hour difference in the speeds that you can go through there. So it's substantially different in this game.
Yep.
And it's hard to follow people.
Yep, I guess it's as is in real life for sure. Do you remember what any kind of times you were putting in? Were you doing time trial or just kind of doing practice earlier?
I was in a practice mode. I think I did like a 128.2 something.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think it was 128.2 or something, but it wasn't really like a good lap or anything.
Yeah.
But last year, I mean, you could you can get into the 124s in practice. So there's
Yeah.
a huge time difference.
Yeah, I remember that. It's gonna be interesting to see what kind of times they put in here. I mean, based on it so far, I gotta believe we'll get into we'll definitely get into or they at least have a good chance of getting into the 26. Looks like Camden starting us off, Rock starting second. Looks like it goes Williams, Red Bull so far.
Yeah.
Some of the guys don't even have laps yet.
So I haven't watched many of the silver races yet. Throughout the year, have you noticed anyone who's been pretty good at qualifying as opposed to races to look out for?
Honestly,
during the session?
No, I actually have not commentated. I've watched some highlights and stuff from some of the silver races, but I honestly don't know too much about this group besides the guys that I was in silver last year. So I remember a few of the guys, but I honestly haven't been able to watch a race yet, unfortunately. But I do remember Sir Charles and of course Blinn. Race with Blinn a decent amount. Obviously they're first and second. Raced with Rafa a little bit last year. I can't remember when you're drinking too much, but STX, he's always a little bit more on the aggressive side, or at least can be. But normally it is pretty fair racing. Him and I had gotten into it a couple of times last year, but it was all good. It was all good fun, and yeah.
Weird.
So normally it's a pretty good group of guys in the silver class. Some of these guys are completely new too, I believe. I don't recognize all of them.
Looks like Newell was on a pretty good lap, but he kind of messed up the last chicane. I think it probably would have been a top 3 time at least. But he messed it up, and it looks like Rooney got a 5-place grid penalty for some type of collision, and of course out. So I guess he crashed somewhere, but kind of missed that. And I think we're on regular track limits.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
Okay. So basically the track limits are a wheel within the white lines on the inside and a wheel on the curbs on the exits. So there's kind of a lot of room for track extensions on this track.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this is a track where I don't think, even on regular limits, there's not a bunch of places maybe besides the first turn where you're really trying to actually cut it hard. Like we were saying earlier, Bats, this is a slippery track. So when you put some wheels off or onto these curbs, you're not always trying to touch them as much because how much they can just send you.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of time gain either on the exit curbs.
Yep.
Like where Juan just went through in sector 1, you don't gain any time by cutting that curb or going onto the exit curb on the DRS straight. So it's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
It looks like everyone's been getting through cops pretty decent so far.
Yeah, what would you say is the hardest little section of turns?
Well, I mean, Maggots and Beckets is pretty difficult. But Cops is pretty tough in this game because if your setup's not good and your car bottoms out, you're just gonna crash a lot there. So that's pretty tough. And then Stowe's actually a lot tougher in this game because the car washes out a lot more than it did on the last game.
Sorry, which turn?
Stowe.
Oh yeah, yep.
So that's pretty tough as well. And then turn 1's kind of tricky if your setup's not right because you can kind of slip out. and just spin, you know, between turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that's at least it was in the last game. That's always that is turn 1 as most turn 1s are at the beginning of races, but this it's always a tough one because guys try to take as much speed as possible, and when you have the dirty air, we're probably going to see it at least somewhere down the line. Someone's going to go outside, and you know they're just going to get in the dirty air. They're not going to have enough grip right at the start. And it's always tough because you want to just, especially if you're on the inside going into turn 1, you want to hold your spot, but it can get so sketchy and hard too. Yeah, turn 1's always funny, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of tough, especially on this game with the cars not being able to turn as well.
Right.
So, you know, you slip on that curb a little bit, you can slide right out and hit the guy on the outside, knock him off the track, or spin yourself out. So I think all you really have to do is keep it as tight as you can to the right, and you'll be fine, because you'll get the inside.
Yep.
Turn 3, and you'll be able to keep the spot, most likely.
Looks like STX. Oh, I think you just slide someone by, actually.
Let's see if anyone's come up to do a lap.
Yeah,
like
looks like the top 3 are still in the pits, and
yeah. I don't think there's much going on right now.
nah, they'll all have 1 lap left, it looks like. See Rena with the mediums.
Looks like Newell's going to be the first up for his last couple laps. And then STX is in line, and probably Tobo.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised to see Wiener drink out on mediums right now. I mean, there's really no, I mean, there's some tracks where it's an advantage to start, or it's a bigger advantage to start on mediums, but I would not say this is necessarily one of them.
It
and when
depends.
everybody else
Yeah, it depends. If, you know, if he can get high enough in the order to, you know, to not have horrible track position, then it could work out, because the medium, the soft strategy seems like it's way overpowered compared to any other strategy on this game. So the delta's not much different from medium to softs on this track. So if he could be up in like the 7th to 8th place range, that could be a pretty big advantage. Especially
everyone
if he
pits and then he has some clear air.
Yeah, or I mean, the softs are supposed to be able to do 13 laps on this track, but if you're on the second stint, you can probably do 15 or 16 if you need to. Maybe even 1 or 2 more. So I mean, you could basically do half the race on softs and pit at almost the same time as the soft runners. So you can get a pretty big tire advantage throughout the rest of the race. So I think that's probably what he's trying to do.
Finally, the top 3 looks like they're on their out laps. We have STX going through Megates and Megates.
So Newell popped up to 6th.
Oh, yeah?
STX is a little bit down in his time, but I think he has a lot of time to gain. So I think with this and another lap, he might pop up, you know, to the front row. Popped up in first.
Nice.
He must have had a pretty bad sector in his previous lap. So he's finished. He just got the corner, so he can't.
Looks like Sir Charles started his lap. I'm gonna stay on board with Sir.
Yeah, we'll stay on with Sir Charles.
This next corner he's on, I think it's turn 4, is my absolute kryptonite for some reason. It's so hard because you want, especially when you're right when you're behind someone, you want to get good position right before DRS, and you just want to slam on the gas, and you just can't. It's such a tough turn sometimes, especially when your tires are getting bad.
So Charles has a purple first sector, so that's basically just a personal best. So he's a little bit ahead of his time right now. So if he keeps that up, he could challenge for the front row.
Yep, that was a really good cobs, and he's gonna get through traffic just nice. Baggett's holding in eighth.
Could be a little track limit.
It didn't look like the
kind of lost it. So Wiener Drank jumped up to 5th on the mediums. So that's a pretty good spot.
Oh my gosh, that's a fantastic clip. Yeah, that would put him in a great
So
spot.
he's going to be in pretty good shape for the race, I think. As long as he can kind
and
of dodge
Sir
big
Charles
safety
backs
car.
out. Must not have been good enough.
Went down a little bit this time, but you might pick it up in this last year game. Blinn stays 9th. Got another blue car. So Luke is up a lot.
Let's see what Camden has.
He's on pace for the for pole. But
Camden stays in 2nd. And Rockstar coming through.
Rockstar's up to 3rd. Turner stays in 6th, and I think that's it.
Yep, looks good. Yep.
And then Kruger, I believe, has a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh,
so he'll be down in 11th to start.
Are they gonna have to back out of the lobby now?
For what?
For Kruger? You said he has a 5-place grid penalty? Oh, he got one in the game?
Yeah, in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess maybe to force crash and, Kruger, hit him or something, or to force one of them.
Oh, no.
So he probably got a little unlucky with that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those can be
the worst.
Nothing. I mean, I guess neither of us saw it, but it was probably most likely something like that. Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't, then we'll probably see it in the incident.
Yeah, it usually gets it to the person who wasn't at fault.
Yep.
So you can, if you want, you can run down the order.
All right. Yep, we got Sticks in first, and then we got the top 3 bringing in the 126s. So SDX with 126.9. Then we got Camden, Rockstar, Sir Charles, Wiener Drank, Kruger, Ballad, Broom, Berlin, and Nico rounding out the top 10. We got Tobo 127 in 11th, Juan in 12th, Halberg in 13th, and rounding out the back, Erickson in 14th. And so we're gonna actually end up seeing going down the list.
15th.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna turn down the effects volume when we get into the race so people can hear us better.
Gotcha.
I think someone said the volume's a little low. I have mine so I can barely hear Jeff in the race, so I haven't changed it for this.
There you go. Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah, I can turn it if it needs. I can turn my mic up. It should be okay. It was last week, I think.
Yeah.
But happy to do.
I think that should fix it. So I think if people just turn up their volume, they should be able to hear it a little bit better.
Gotcha.
So I'm guessing it's going to be an all-drive race because so many people went on the softs. I think if it was going to rain later on, then they'd be on mediums, unless there's some type of early rain.
Yeah, it looks completely sunny out there. Right, yeah, it's gonna be completely dry race.
Runners on.
Yeah, and this is always a fun track for drivers. I think for the most part, everybody likes going around this track. At least I do. It's not one that I get too tired of when I'm trying to practice. Yeah, and it's normally this race isn't normally like a too long of race, and it's normally a lot of fun. There's always things going on. You always feel like you're staying close with people. But yeah, it will be interesting to see for this game because, just like you're saying, that's a little bit more tougher to be behind, or a little bit tougher to be behind people. Got to make sure your setup's right, and as we can see the strategy, it's gonna be probably soft to medium.
Yeah, I think I think people could come in as early as, I don't know, lap 8. Could
Yeah.
maybe even earlier because the mediums last so long on the
Yep.
second stint. So I think they're going to start coming in lap 7 through maybe 11, depending
Yep.
on how far they want to go in the softs. So there might be a bunch of different strategies, and I'm sure there are going to be a lot of DRS trains.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty tough to pass in general. It gets like
Yeah.
that when everyone's pretty
Oh,
close on
yeah.
pace.
Yeah, Wiener Drink's going to have to basically get through the first 3 laps or so, and then I would almost say his mediums they might as well be softs in terms of pace at that point. Just get through the start pretty easily, and then he can pretty much just hang with them the whole time, or for a decent amount of time. He can pretty just hang with them.
Yeah, I think they're basically the same pace already.
Yeah.
With the wear that's on
Right.
that's on the soft, so it's kind of like Austria, where I started on the mediums,
Yep.
and Silent started on the mediums, and we basically were the same pace as the people on softs, right off the jump, especially without DRS.
For sure.
So, the people on softs can't even overtake the person on mediums because there's an DRS. So,
Yep.
by that point they kind of even out, and then it's basically just about track position after that.
Yeah, it was funny that on that one. It was kind of funny because we had a rain for the qualifying, and we had literally a mix of medium and softs.
All right, so we'll go on board with Valid since he's a little bit down in the pack, and we'll use the onboard.
Alright, and they all get off, and it looks like Rockstar gets SDX get away great. Rockstar gets okay as well. Camden's going to cover the inside, and they get off clean so far. All top 4 get off nice and clean, going into turn 3 and then into turn 4. In the back, do we see anything going on in the back? Val gets up past Sir Charles side by side. And it looks like someone may have spun, maybe Eric or Hallberg. Hallberg may have spun coming out of turn 3.
Looks like everyone's pretty much single file at this point.
Yep. Yeah, it looks like Wiener Drank may have lost 1 spot so far, but doing okay on those mediums, like we said. He should be okay.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. So that's something going on up here. So I think these guys might try to get a little racy on the back straight. Someone can't get through this section quick enough. Looks like Ballard might have a shot at Charles.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to push it a little bit.
Well, we're all over the place in the front. Camden. Oh. Just letting STX know he's there. Just let him know he's there, and he might actually make a move into the instant. Oh, no, he's going to play it safe. Yeah, at this point, you're just trying to stay as close as you can to the guys in front of you, and it looks like did Ballard or did Sir Charles just take the position back? Ballard, he did.
Yeah, I think he tried to dive a little bit, but backed out of it, which is smart. There's no reason to do something stupid and basically end your race.
Yep. Yeah, and kind of once you get into this quick little groove, you almost want to wait. You want to bite your time until you get DRS, try to make an easier pass.
Yeah.
Where it looks like Blinn and Crooner side by side. Oh. Yeah, that pretty much as expected. Oh, and Crooner going to go up the inside, it looks like. And he
got a little
hangs
bit of lag
around. Blinn hanging on. Barely hanging on. Oh, yeah, I'm having a slight bit amount of lag, too, but...
Yeah, I think Blinn just has a little bit of lag going on.
Gotcha.
I'll go back up front. Their front's getting pretty close together. And they're going to start, I think next lap, they're going to start kind of pushing a little bit.
Yeah, I unless Camden comes through here, which it looks like he is doing pretty well behind SCX with Magus Vegas, but yeah, for the most part, I think everyone's going to try to save as much ERS as they can right now.
Yeah.
And it looks like STX is doing a good job of that.
Yeah, it's all about staying in DRS for the, within DRS for the first couple laps until you get it, and then you can kind of relax a little bit.
Yep. Yep, and here they come.
Switch the broadcast for a little bit since there's not really a lot of overtakes going on. Okay. rid of the get rid of this real quick. Which position is? So looks like everyone pretty much stayed the same except for a couple guys. You know, the 1 or 2 spots, and Kruner's up 3, which is good for him.
Yep.
And I don't think did anyone get damaged? I don't think they did.
I don't think so. No, I didn't see anyone. We didn't see anyone pit. No.
Yeah, I didn't see anyone pit.
And yeah, we are top 4 right now. Or
looks like Luca just got STX on the first DRS straight. So I'm guessing he's going to try to take it back on the next one.
Oh my gosh, how did I miss
Pretty aggressive.
Yeah, STX just got to stay as close as humanly possible to him right here, and he should use the DRS, and oh my gosh. Oh, it almost looks like he was...
Yeah, he should still be able to get him on the straight though if he wants.
Yeah, he should have no problem. I think he has more ERS too. Yep.
Yeah, so that's a fairly easy move there for him.
Yeah, and this is the fun thing about this track, is that this will just go on. This will just go on for laps. They're literally going to end up just taking turns.
It's definitely one of the best tracks for racing. Yeah. It seems like the cars are always close together for the entire race, at least until the pit stops, and then they kind of break off into smaller groups, but there's almost always a DRS train, you know, a few of them.
Yeah, and I mean, 11th place is 5 seconds ahead of the leader, or 5 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, it looks like everyone in the top 11's in DRS. And,
and this is Camden.
Juan might be able to catch him.
Camden up the inside. Very nice pass. And again, this like we said, as long as SDX and doesn't really make too many mistakes, which he's a little bit behind him now, but and it looks like Sir Charles. Very nice pass up the inside, but it looks like Rockstar could get him back. No, he's going to wait till the straight.
Yeah, the rough part about this track is if you're the third car in DRS or behind, then you can't go anywhere.
Nope. Yep, that's absolutely right. It's a tough spot to be in. You feel like you don't know what to do.
Yeah, and unless you're running a really low downforce.
Yeah, and SDX again. Up the inside. Literally the exact same thing here we just had happen.
Looks like Broom went off a little bit onto the grass. Gotta move up here.
Rockstar trying to go around the outside, probably gonna just
might be able to get it on the DRS straight. He's got a pretty good angle on this corner.
Wow, he was into 4th gear very early there, just trying to get it up gears as much as possible, and I think Camden's gonna be going to remove, and here we go. This might be the 3rd lap in a row. Camden passes on the first DRS and loses it on the second. I mean, it's not for the top 2. It's not that bad of a deal. No, I mean, it's just it's just staying in the top 2, and it's really honestly who's gonna bite first on the pits. I mean, if one pits, the other's gonna pit the next lap. It's pretty much what's gonna happen. And yeah, SDX way close enough to get him on this next one.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be like a game between those guys, but they're costing themselves a lot of time, and that's probably part of the reason why there's so many cars stuck in this train, because they keep fighting.
I almost think they're... See, I mean, Camden, not that he needs to right now, but he didn't even fight that, and I think they're almost...
Wiener Drag just...
Oh, what happened?
He spun. We got it live,
by himself.
And there's probably going to be a safety car.
Oh, no. Wiener Drag, he's in such a good position.
Yeah, he just kind of lost it on that exit. He was on the inside and just cut it too hard and spun out. There's no contact or anything.
Is it? Yeah, no safety
car. So it's unfortunate for him. I guess he put his car in a good spot to get craned off. But it looks like everyone kept DRS, which is surprising.
I mean, I just watched Camden pass STX again. Like I was saying just a second ago. I mean, they have a unspoken agreement right now that they're just gonna pass each other and not fight it, because I mean they're not really fighting these passes. Which I would probably do the same at this point in the race. You're just gonna keep each other in DRS, maybe try to get away from Sir Charles, and yeah, just let each other pass. Just let each other pass each other for the laps until the pits. I mean, that literally, they have not gone a DRS straight with one of them not passing the other, and we're going to see another one by STX. He's got 85. Camden has a little bit less ERS. But yeah, they're just going to keep doing this. Oh, and Kruner up the inside of Valid. Nice pass. Caught just the end of that.
I think Newell made a mistake.
Gotcha.
Out of Maggots and Beckett's, because those guys pretty much lost DRS.
Oh, Nico just guessing it a little bit too hard. He's gonna end up in the grass. He's only gonna lose a couple places since F4 is pretty far behind him, but
we'll pretty much need a safety car to get back in the race. But that's not out of the question. Usually there's at least a VSC here.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for the most part, everyone's been keeping on track pretty well, obviously, besides Wiener. Oh, and Camden up the inside again. It looks like they're fighting a little bit more now, though. Or at least STX was trying to defend.
Yeah, I don't think they're really working together. I think they're actually fighting pretty hard. They're just, I guess, not doing it in the right places to be able to pull away from the guys in the back.
Yep.
So they're probably costing a lot of time, and probably still going side by side. And on the first DRS straight, you don't really want to try to pass there if you can help it.
I mean, yeah, and STX not going to get him. I mean, I was just checking to give you an idea, Bats. Camden, his best finish this year is 5th. So this is definitely a big race for him. STX has won this year and been on the podium another time. So Camden, this is a good spot to get your first win of the season.
Yeah, he looks pretty quick. So I think it seems like everyone in the top 7 is pretty much the same pace. Or close enough to at least stay in DRS. So I think a lot of it's going to depend on pit stops and if someone comes in at the right time or catches a safety car. So I think they're going to start pitting maybe this lap. Someone in the 4th through 7th wants to come in and try to undercut a couple guys.
Yep.
I think it would make sense for Rockstar to do that.
Yeah, I would
because
agree.
That can, he can drop Kruder from the DRS train at the same time. Because that'll add another, 0.6 to Kruder's gap, and it'll be 1.6 back instead of a second. So that's something to think about.
I completely agree with Rockstar, because it's just he's not going to pass Sir Charles right now. There's probably no there's just no way with DRS train right now, so he might as well go for it. And
I think if he doesn't pit this lap, he's got to go in next lap. I think it just makes a lot of sense for him.
Ooh, and I think he's going. Yep.
Well, Charles that's a good move by Charles, I think. And hopefully he puts on the mediums, because the hards are useless.
Yeah, no, I think we'll definitely see him put on mediums, and I completely agree. Going for the undercut right now has got to be much better than staying out on the softs, because like you said, I mean, they can easily last 17 laps. Should not be an issue. Do you think Juan has any chance? I mean, he's only 10 seconds behind. He's the highest up on mediums. I mean, what is it? Assuming no safety car, maybe if he's doing good pace, he can get up to 5th. Or do you think it's even possible, or the guys on softs?
I mean, I think he can definitely get 7th. Well,
okay.
Well, I mean, he's net P8 right now because Charles pitted. But it's going to be hard to make up 7.5 seconds on Blinn with the tires. So, if everything stays the same, he can make it up to extra position from where he is now. And then we'll have to watch Charles, and kind of see how much he can gain on his outlap. So it looks like
he's going to have to pass Eric.
9.5 seconds back.
He's definitely going to have to pass Eric.
I think Rockstar's going to come in this lap. And I think Camden might come in this lap too.
They both should. I mean, do you pit behind STX if he goes? And he tried to do a fake.
I don't know. I don't know if he made the commitment line.
No, yeah,
he pretty close.
Camden's going to be out there another lap. So we're going to have to watch STX.
Oh, there's a DSC.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Camden. Oh. Wow. Anybody who's still out there, that is painful. I don't know what happened, actually.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened.
I
guess someone spun.
Not moving on now.
Maybe one of the guys in the back spun or something. It's hard to tell.
Camden is kicking himself right now. Oh man, him, Val, and Blinn are probably just.
Yeah, that's tough luck for them because they're definitely going to lose the DRS train. So it's basically going to be maybe a 4-car race.
XTX,
maybe 3
because
because Charles kind of got screwed on that VSC too because he had already pitted, so he's going to lose probably 6 to 8 seconds just because of that.
Wow,
so yeah, I think it's pretty much a 3-car race.
The long. I mean, I guess
it's a long. Well, it's a long VSC too. So
there it goes.
So those guys up front might be able to catch a pit stop, but it's too late.
Oh, Eric, what? Wasn't he on mediums?
Maybe he was the one who crashed. Maybe he spun and lost his wing or something.
That makes sense. But that's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Because if he was on mediums, which I think he was.
They kind of have to at this point.
Oh my gosh, valid. I don't know. I guess he's got to do. He's thinking he's got to do just anything else, like anything.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to catch a safety car or something, but it's going to be pretty tough to. It's going to be pretty tough for them to get back. Tough for them to get back in the race.
Oh man, STX is. Yeah, I mean STX is coming around the last couple corners right now. Where is Camden? Yeah, he's. Oh, what did he get a penalty? Why is he? Oh, he's maybe just a glitch for me. He's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those goes STX.
STX should be way in front. And Crooner and Rockstar, I think they're the only 3 who have a real shot right now.
Oh man, Camden comes out in 6. What is he? Net P4. Oh.
Yeah. That's tough luck.
The worst time VSC for Camden right there. Thinking he was just about to go out on a hot lap, come in the next lap. He was in first place, or he was kind of going back and forth from first to second, and now he is in P4.
Yeah, he's got a lot of work to do. But we'll see what his paces. We'll see what their paces are really like. So you never know. Rockstar and STX can start fighting, and Crooner's right on the edge of DRS. So
yeah,
they could lose a lot of time.
It looks like they will right here. They probably will
lose a lot of time if they're not careful.
Camden, yeah, we're just gonna have to watch the gap between Camden and Crooner a little bit. And yeah, here comes Rockstar. He's gonna get him.
So Crooner might even get mixed up in this.
Yeah, I think he has a really good, even though he is third in the train. He at minimum has a nice chance just to stick with them and wait for one of them to make a decent mistake or them to come together. Stay patient and just hope for something good. And yeah, there goes Newell's pits and
see where he comes out compared to Luca. He should probably be a couple seconds behind at least.
Oh, he's so close to him. That's hilarious. Gosh, yeah, he lost so much time on that. All right.
So it looks like
and STX.
Yeah, Newell lost a decent amount of time. By pitting later. So it looks like Juan might just try to wait out for a safety car. Maybe he'll go as long as possible.
He might as well at this point because everybody's on mediums. He can't be going that much slower. I mean, yeah, a little bit slower, but
Yeah, it's gonna be a decent difference, but I don't know. It depends where he's trying to finish. If he's trying to finish, 7th or 8th, then he can pit when he normally would, and if he's trying to finish higher, he'll have to wait.
10th. I think he finished in 10th, or he started in 10th or 11th. I think
He started 12th. Looks like.
Or started 12th. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. I mean, how long does he pit here? 20 some seconds?
Pit stop?
Yeah.
It's pretty long.
Yeah, it's long.
It's probably 20 to 23 seconds. I forget exactly what it is.
Trying to put it together real quick. I mean, 5, 9. I mean, he could legitimately end up in like 10th or 11th after he pits, even at this point. So yeah. I mean, Juan's in a tough spot.
He'll have to make up a lot of time on the new tires.
They make contact.
Yeah, so this is letting Luca pick up a lot of time. He was
and
5.3 back of Bruner last lap.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Yeah, he pulled off a second there. That's got to give him confidence too.
Yeah, he had been losing a lot of time, but these guys are going to keep fighting. They're going to be in trouble if they keep doing it.
And here's Rockstar. Oh, STX! That's gonna open the door, Kerner. And he goes for the inside. STX not wanting to give back an inch. Oh, they touch.
Oh, they're gonna lose a lot of time.
Yeah, they are. Camden 3.5, 3.2. Oh man,
he might have a dark horse shot to win, or at least get onto the podium at this point.
Absolutely. Oh, and STX again. Oh, he's just losing the back end right now.
Yeah, he must have roasted his tires.
Oh man, and
he's got to settle down a little bit.
Oh, that'll basically almost pull him out of DRS. And the only thing Camden's got to worry about is Newell messing with him. If he can stay ahead of him.
Yeah, it seems like he's quick enough though to stay far enough ahead into the DRS areas, so I think both of them can kind of pick up a lot of ground, especially if the guys up in the league keep making mistakes.
Yeah, and Rockstar, I don't know if he can exactly see anything in his mirrors, but he can probably tell some stuff's going on. He's just loving it. Just gonna put in decent pace. Probably.
We got a crash at the back.
Ooh, who's that? Is that Tobo? Oh wait,
it's Ericsson, but it's in a weird spot. It's in turn 2.
Oh, he just DNF'd. Oh,
he must have spun and turned on the curb in turn 1 and hit the inner wall.
Let's see if Juan can see
we got
him.
a safety car. So Juan's got a safety car.
Okay, what do we? The
guys in the back.
Medium stay out.
If I was in the top 6...
Well, they got 10 laps. Probably put on softs.
Honestly, I think they have to stay out. I think the guys up front need to stay out. And maybe Luca and the guys behind can take a gamble on softs, because it's going to be hard to get the track position back. So it's kind of a tough call.
Stuck. Oh, I know. Luca just went by a safety car. Where's everybody?
So Juan's definitely going to pit.
Yeah, for sure. He's pinned to softs no matter what.
So, I mean, he might still come out ahead of Blinn. I expect Blinn to pit. So I think Juan might come out in like 5th or 6th.
Blinn's got to pit. Blinn has to pit. I think, right? I mean, he might as well.
I mean, it depends what the other guys do in front of him. I think if a couple of them go in,
he stays.
Or, maybe like 3 to 5 of them go in, then he should probably stay out. and risk it. But if only one of them goes in, then he should probably pit.
Do you think Rockstar pits right now?
He's not going to lose any track position.
I don't think he can pit.
I don't think Rockstar should pit.
No,
the guys in the front probably shouldn't.
Here he goes. Is he gonna fake it? Yeah, I mean, you just can't. I mean, he's only got. I mean, there are only 4 laps, now you're just adding.
Yeah, so Charles and Blinn should have still gone in, even though they would have double stacked because he wasn't going to lose a position.
Oh,
so I think that was a mistake.
I wonder if they're talking.
Maybe.
Yeah, obviously want pits, but yeah, I mean, there's just not enough. I mean, the mediums just have way enough in them.
Well, I mean, the softs are probably going to be, at this point, they might be like 9/10 faster, which is a lot. It's a pretty big difference.
Oh, you think it's going to be that much even?
Yeah, because the mediums last a while, but they still drop off a little bit after a few laps. So, after 4 laps, they might lose like 4/10 or something, and the delta is already around like a 0.5 or 0.6. So, new softs might be almost a second faster, which is pretty substantial.
All right. Well, I guess
so
we're
who
going
knows
to
what's
see
going to
what
happen.
Juan and Sir Charles can do.
But
I mean,
it's
Juan's
hard
in
to
a
pass.
great spot then.
But it's definitely hard to pass on a DRS train. So even with a tire advantage, it's still going to be tough for them to get through the field. So I think maybe they can get up to 4th, 4th and 5th on the softs. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably see another lap under the safety car. So they're basically going to be going nine full laps.
It could even be 2 laps because there are cars that are really far back. So sometimes it'll tack on an extra lap to the safety car.
Bets, do you know how it works? How it determines when? Is it everybody got to be like within a? I always wondered about that. It's like I don't know if there's like a code in it that says, oh, okay, if everyone's within X amount of seconds or something like that, then we can go.
Probably.
It's got to be done before the 3rd sector. Like it's something like that.
Yeah, usually you have the first caution lap to let people pit, the next lap to let people catch up, and then the next lap's the green lap. But if there are guys really, like Miller's spun.
What? Oh no.
Oh, that's bad for him.
Oh man.
He might have to.
Those are legitimate places. I don't think he can take those up. If you go off.
Yeah, I mean he lost them, so he might have to pit because he's not going to be able to pass those guys.
Oh my gosh,
so that's a tough spot. But yeah, usually if there are guys that are pretty far behind, and they're not going to catch up by the time the safety car goes in, then it'll tack on an extra lap, and it'll the next lap will be the green lap instead of the 3rd lap.
Yep.
But I don't know what the actual formula is.
I think it looks like the guys in the back are going to catch up. We should be.
Yeah,
this should be the last one.
It's a pretty long track, so it makes it a lot easier.
I mean, even though Camden's best spot has been 5th, he's got to be. I would be frustrated at this point, but you gotta slow yourself down because anything can happen at this point.
Well, he's okay now. They got. What happened to Blinn?
What?
Blinn spin? Oh, he's just lagging.
Whoa, just glitching. Yeah, he has been.
It doesn't look like the safety car's in this lap.
Oh, of course.
He got an extra lap.
See, okay, so Nico it doesn't look like he's a part of it yet, and I think it's something like, my only guess is Newell. Yeah, I think you called it right.
Yeah. Maybe
nice, yeah.
if the last car is not in sector 3 yet, when
Yeah,
the safety
that's what
car
I
gets
mean.
to like
It
a
must
certain
be.
point, then it doesn't go in. That's the only thing I can
Yep.
think of.
Oh man, I mean, oh, he did just miss all those spots.
I'm surprised, other guys don't pit like Hallberg and Sephora.
Oh yeah.
Like, there's no reason for them to stay out on
Totally.
mediums when they're at the back already. Plus,
Totally
Hallberg
agree.
has that penalty that, maybe it's a speeding penalty and it's not getting removed, so he's just losing 5 seconds by staying out.
Yeah, when you're in the back, you might as well go for it. I mean, like you're not going to make up. Especially, I mean, there was at least trying to remember at least a good 20 seconds in between a lot of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might as well pit. You're already going to be out of the points.
Yeah, I think they all had incidents at some point to get them that far back, or they got caught up in something or blocked. So there's no sense in staying out on worse tires when everyone in front of you has better ones, because you're not going to be able to pass them. I guess the safety car is going to come in on this lap.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, safety car on this lap. Yeah, I feel like Sir Charles, in the spot that he's in, he's gonna. I mean, he doesn't want to fight Juan too much. I think he might think he's faster than him, and he's just not gonna want to fight him too much. He's gonna have to make a clean pass early on to even make sure. Oh no, Kruner. Oh.
Well, they'll get removed.
Yeah,
but
unless that was excessive, which I don't think it was. I didn't see anything. Yeah, we can probably assume
Rockstar blew it.
Oh no,
That's
Rockstar.
going to shake things up.
And STX
roasted
right
his
on
tires
Kruner.
too, so he's going to lose a lot of spots.
Oh my gosh, what happened?
And
STX up the inside.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Oh, and Kruner.
I think Sir Charles has to have damage after that.
Oh no, oh my god. Oh my gosh. Did you see that?
Wow, it's madness. I think all of it was on the stream too.
Oh my gosh. Oh, and
yeah, but I think everyone had an
up.
incident, and Luke Camden's up in first.
Oh my gosh.
After all that.
Camden, yeah, exactly, after all that.
Maybe it was some of it was caused by the AI car. It's hard to say.
Which one is that?
Togo's an AI.
Oh no.
But I think almost everyone's got bio. So it looks like it's really, I don't know, 3 or 4 cars now for the top spot.
Juan right on Sir Charles. I mean, basically what just happened there, I mean, Rockstar lost it, and then STX hit. Well, I don't want to say he hit him. I think that'll go to the incident, or I think it'll go to the stewards. I don't know if you saw it, but I'm gonna guess it's gonna be you did not.
No, I saw everything else behind it though.
Oh, an STX on the inside.
Juan spun sideways right into Charles's front wing, so I don't know if Charles has damage or anything, but they all stacked up in turn 3.
Yeah, I
wonder if STX has damage. He's just, he's not going.
Let me see if I can tell. I mean, that was unfortunate. Teffer, I think Teffer just. That was
there's a safety car. Another safety car.
Oh my gosh! What?
I don't know why.
All right, now they gotta stay. They still gotta stay, right?
Yeah, it's too late to pit.
There's no way you pit right now. There's no way.
I don't really know what DeFore's doing. Just drove off the track and he has just... Jeez. I don't know what he's doing.
Well, based on what I saw with STX and Kruner, I think Kruner is definitely going to be upset, but...
DeFore must have damage on his front wing.
Oh, it's DeFore, yeah. I think it's going to be, based on my very limited view of that, I think it's gonna. I was on camera with STX or on board. I think it's just gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a racing incident. I would say, unfortunately for Kruger.
So I think obviously everyone up front has to stay out, but I mean STX could maybe pit. No, he's far too far up, but 10th place in back.
But he's in the back though if he pits. Like no one else is gonna pit.
Like Kruger should pit. Obviously for us to pit, but
yes,
Kruger could pick up a lot of spots with new tires.
No, agreed.
So Rockstar winning.
Ooh, does he have damage?
I don't know. I can't switch the camera.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch him. Yeah, Critter pits too. Makes sense. Yeah. He's taking
he's serving a penalty. Yeah, so he didn't have damage. He just wanted new tires.
What? What place was he in?
I think he was in like 7th, 5th, 6th or 7th. But
okay,
I don't think he's going to be able to make up all those spots.
Yeah,
it's
that's a really close call
to get by cars. So
Kerner makes complete sense to at this point, but
yeah, everyone else kind of just has what they has at this point. Except for them.
no way Camden's pitting. No way. I mean, no one in the top it just doesn't make any sense. The soft runners are happy. They're like, all right, now I can really go for it the last few laps. Because it might come in this lap. We maybe test our theory here, but probably not actually with TEF 4. TEF 4 is way too far behind. They're going to do another lap.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another lap.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 4-lap sprint to the end. With 2 laps of DRS. So I think it's going to get pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think it was Chief Ricci told us that we can make fun of Blinn. We can't make fun of him yet. He's done a good job.
Yeah.
But he'll still have 4 laps. 4 laps to do it for us.
Well, we can make fun of Rockstar a little bit because he spun out under the safety car. Definitely Newell because he spun out under the safety car.
Yep, absolutely. Oh man, where is Ericsson? He probably got him.
Ericsson, his car died a long time ago.
That was such a surprising safety car.
Winter Frank ended his own life.
I mean, no one even DNF'd. Hey, that probably should have been a VSC, but I mean that's good to know for our race. And this is why hards. I mean, I know this race didn't happen, but like this is why you don't put on hards ever.
Yeah, there's too many safety cars.
There's just too many safety cars, and even when there's not too many safety cars, you can always make mediums last a long time. I mean, it generally at not every track, but at the vast majority of tracks, it feels like you can make tires last long if you really want to.
Yeah, especially on the second stint. So pretty much every race is soft to medium.
Yeah.
There might be like 2 tracks where soft to hards is fine, but I mean, usually you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean that's always the thing though. Like if you're, let's say you're planning on doing soft to mediums and first lap you get damage, it almost makes way more sense to just throw on mediums, put in a bunch of laps, and just hope for a safety car because. You're already out of it if you have to pit on the first lap for damage or something like that. So you can, you're already out of it. You might as well not go for hards because, what happens exactly like this race where you just go on hards for a long time, have terrible pace, and then it's just safety car and you pit on softs in the end. It's just, you might as well have been on mediums the whole time and doing some decent laps.
Yeah, plus you get 2 sets of mediums, so it doesn't really matter if you burn 1 set.
Right.
So you just want to kind of run as many laps as possible at that point. So I think Sir Charles is going to win.
Okay.
And I think Blinn's going to be second.
I think something crazy in third.
Yeah, I think something crazy is going to happen.
Well, yeah. So we don't know. I don't know how good of friends Sir Charles and Blinn are. So we'll see how much space they give each other here.
Well, they're probably. If I had to guess, I'd say there's a good chance they're in a party chat. But because I know they both use mics, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So we'll see when Camden's going to go here. He should probably go now.
Yeah,
since he
right
gets
out
out
of
of
this
this
corner.
It's such a low traction corner.
Yep. Everybody comes through okay.
Looks like no one crashed yet.
Yeah, so far so good.
Tobo's back. He's not in AI anymore. That's good.
See, this is, I mean, Sir Charles, oh, STX. Oh my gosh, this is not what one wants.
So pretty good
STX
move there.
on old mediums, and yep.
I guess Juan slipped or something.
Yeah, I didn't see, they touched a little bit.
But Juan should be able to take the place back. But we'll see. It's kind of tough without the RS.
Yeah, he probably, I mean, not probably, he absolutely should. He's gonna have, he probably needs to wait until DRS gets enabled, but, oh, Newell. Oh, Halberd's on old mediums. Yeah, I mean, he's just getting eaten up. That's,
Yeah,
I can't believe he didn't pit.
Looks like Juan's going for it.
Yep.
But they're both draining their ERS right now.
Yeah, this, gosh, there's just not too many laps, but Juan almost has to be patient because it's going to be so hard to pass him without
He's
DRS.
got broom handle next to him now, so like he can't just sit back.
He needs to use the better grip that he has. And maybe STX just has more pace, but we'll see. Yeah, like in these two corners right here, he should really try to get.
We have a caution.
That's
Nico
Halberd.
and Halberd got caught up.
Yep. Let's run back up. Ooh, Broom's pretty close. Sir Charles.
We don't have any
close.
safety cars, so that's a plus.
Ooh, and that looked like a.
I wonder if he let him by.
It would not surprise
It looked like
me.
he let him by. I mean, it's kind of smart if you think Sir Charles is faster.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Might as
they're
well
already
let him go for the win.
Yeah.
If you can't get by, and plus it helps Blin go faster and keep STX from passing him.
Right, absolutely. Ooh, one.
So Charles maybe will try to get by next lap. He probably shouldn't use his ERS here. He's kind of wasting it.
I'm actually surprised at how low they all have their ERS at right now.
Yeah, they're all in the 40s.
I mean, they're going to get DRS here, I believe, right? This is the lap.
Yeah, DRS this lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Sir Charles is a lot faster than Blin right now.
Well, we got two. All right, we have two more
And he
laps.
just set the fastest lap, so he's got a pretty good shot at winning.
Yes, he does. Yeah, Blin probably did let him go by. It kind of looked like it. Maybe he just didn't fight enough. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think he just let him by
sense.
because it was such a weird spot, and you can't pass on this DRS straight when DRS isn't active. So,
Yeah.
but it's
All right, Camden. He's got to be. I know. I'd be very nervous right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if Camden has ever won a race. I'm sorry, Camden. I don't know if you've ever run a race before, but if you have not, this is gonna be a fun situation. High pressure, but this is what we do it for. It's a lot of fun, and I think Sir Charles is gonna. I don't know. It's tough. If he gets him here, Camden just has to stay with him, and he could probably get him on the next lap.
Like
Ooh, someone just
Tobo's spun.
Tobo off. Yeah. It's not going to be any safety cars, but...
Yeah, so it's going to come down to the last lap.
God, they have almost the same amount of ERS. But the problem is Camden doesn't know that. Sir Charles doesn't know that. He has no clue how much ERS they each other have. And I think third and fourth are pretty much locked. I think Juan doesn't have enough pace to get SDX, so it's basically just his top two right now.
Yep.
Oh, no!
And
What?
Sir Charles.
Sir Charles.
That's a shame.
That isn't.
He lost it out of that exit of the first corner.
Oh no! I mean,
it's the worst spot if you hit the curb wrong.
He's not going to get points.
Spins. No, probably not.
Oh my god, I feel so bad for him. On the last lap, and that's a tough thing. Like, you know, when you're in those spots where you're trying. Oh my gosh, what is Juan doing? What is Juan doing?
I don't know. Maybe he must have had his. I think he had his overtake on.
Oh no.
His overtake's still on.
Oh my gosh.
That's unfortunate. It's like Rockstar's going to get all the way back up to fourth. He had his overtake button on the whole time, I think, out of that hairpin exit.
I know, I'm just laughing like, what just happened? How did this... Oh, and we got Rockstar. Oh, Broomhandle, he's going to get eaten up. He has no ERS.
Oh, yeah. STX almost got by Blinn, and he almost spun, too. So we got Luca...
Oh, my gosh.
Going across with definitely his first win this year.
Congrats, Kevin. That's awesome.
Congrats to him.
Blinn
and STX on the podium. Then Rockstar, Broom, Kruner, Newell, Tobo, most likely.
Man.
Four, and Nico.
Tough race for Kruner. He was the one who had the 5-place group penalty, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a tough race. I
definitely make fun of Sir Charles now. And
yeah,
add him to the list.
Oh, I almost feel bad making fun of Sir Charles. Oh my
yeah, I
gosh.
thought he was going to be able to. He should have had a pretty good shot at winning that one, but that first corner is just so weird.
Oh no!
Sometimes.
I think that's a good lesson. I think we just saw there, Bats, before our race tomorrow. On old tire, on some old, yeah, right. on some old tires, we got to be a little careful into turn one. Oh my god, I feel so bad for him. Here, I guess we should probably get. I think I have Blinn.
None of these guys wearing masks. I don't know what their problem is.
Yeah. I got Blinn and STX, and then I do not. Do you have Camden?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't think so.
I might have to. I think I can add them. I just added Blinn and STX. We'll see if they come in.
Right. So we have Camden, Luca, Blinn, and STX on the podium. Rockstar in fourth. Broomhandle, Kruner, Newell, Tobo, Tafora, and Nico in the points. And I would say Blinn's probably the real driver of the day.
Yeah.
But he probably didn't get it from the game. And then we have Juan and Sir Charles and Hallberg. And then we have Ericsson and Wiener Drank DNF. And that's it for the British Silver Grand Prix.
Alright, let me see if I can... Camden dash Luca. Just trying to get him invited real quick if we can. Alright, I think we have at least everybody invited there for the podium. Alright. Got Blinn. Waiting on STX and Camden. It's Camden.
Hello?
Right. Yeah. What's going on, man?
Oh, not much. Just wow.
Camden, yeah, and hey, we'll gladly start with you. We got Blinn in here, and we got STX maybe on the way. But was that your first win, Camden?
Yes, sir. That was my first ever win in TCR.
Fantastic.
Well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's awesome. I can't believe it.
Matt and we were talking and we're obviously going to ask you about it. I mean, you went from having the worst VSC in history timing to getting some luck happening in front of you. How did it feel when the VSC came out and you guys had just started that lap?
I thought my race was over. The last couple of weeks, things just haven't worked out with safety cars, especially Austria, because I was actually on a soft, hard strategy, which would have put me ahead of everybody else that was pitting on mediums. Now, I don't know if I would have won that race, but I definitely could have gotten a better result. And then, I felt good this race. That battle with STX was great. He's a great racer. It was great to battle with him. But I was crushed after that VSC, so I did not think I would come back to win that race. That's for sure.
Oh man, that was fantastic. Any questions for him, Bats?
I mean, not especially, but we thought you were gonna have a pretty good shot to win. Or at least be in the top two. After we saw the first few laps, and then obviously when the VSC came out, we kind of knew that you were gonna get screwed by that since everyone else jumped into the pits. So, luckily for you, the safety car came out and got you right back into it.
Yeah, actually, I was just thinking on that second safety car. Did you have any thoughts of pitting, or was it just pretty much an always guarantee stay out?
I think I was going to stay out. I really wanted that track position to be at the front. I didn't want to have the risk of overtaking people. I was more comfortable at the front. But I think the biggest moment of the race for me was seeing the top two leaders go off. I think that was turn 4. It was just like the seas parted. It was just meant to be, I guess. But I mean, this is my first season, so I don't know, like 6th, 7th race. I wasn't expecting a win by now, but I'm going to be honest, I was kind of expecting a podium by now at least, because this was my first ever podium too. But nonetheless, I can't believe it. This is awesome.
So what actually happened on the safety car restart? Because we saw Rockstar almost spin out from the lead, and then we saw a bunch of stuff happen in turn 3 and 4, but we didn't really catch the front part of it. We saw from 5th place back, but we didn't see what happened at the front.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like Rockstar maybe just lost traction. He was the leader, so maybe he was just too eager, and he saved the car. He didn't crash the car. I don't know how, because he was all squirrely and going off the racetrack. But that was that position. And then I think with the top two guys, I think they were side by side, and I think their wheels just connected, and they kind of glued together, and it spun them out, and they went off the racetrack.
Yeah, I got a piece of it. Like XTX had, basically they came out at turn 4, and I think it'll be a racing incident, even though it was way worse for Kruner. But Kruner's back right hit his top left or front left, and unfortunately, just made contact, but not unfortunately for you. So again, congratulations, Camden, first ever win in TCR.
Whew, can't believe it.
That was a lot of fun to watch. Yep. It always feels good. It always feels good. But we'll move on to Blinn. And Blinn, congrats. I believe you started from a little bit farther back in 8th place before the race started. Were you expecting to be on the podium, or did you have any thoughts about where you were trying to be at?
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy race. First of all, congrats to Camden for his first win in TCR. That's definitely super exciting. He was in the right place at the right time today and definitely drove a great race. But also just wanted to mention, so unfortunate for Sir Charles there, was running in 2nd place and unfortunately just touched the curb there on the first corner and spun out. So could have been a double podium here for McLaren, but yeah, I had a really horrible qualifying. I was P9, and then I think somebody from me either disconnected or got a penalty, so I got promoted to P8 at the start. But from there, I wasn't really expecting anything. The VSC came out for me at a really bad time as well, just like for Camden. So I ended up back in P8 again, and
Mhm.
had to work all of that back up to the front. But then that restart after the safety car, there was definitely a big mess at the front, and I just sort of capitalized on that and tried to get around all the trouble. From there on, it was, the plan was to bring it home. We were feeling really good. We had a big gap behind us. We were going for a 2-3 for McLaren, but then when the second safety car came out, I felt like Sir Charles would be in a better position to possibly challenge Camden. So I let him through. He was challenging, but unfortunately just had that spin at the end there, which put him out of the points, unfortunately. But again, I'm going to take second place here. I wasn't expecting it, so I'm really happy with that.
Dude, yeah, but I was totally gonna ask you that because it from our side it looked like it was that you had let him by. Well, we aren't 100% sure. So honestly, hey man, yeah, hats off to you because that's a good team effort. But Bats and I were talking at the time. It didn't make absolute sense, and you guys were still gonna have a 2-3. You still were gonna be on the podium, and hey, that's what happens, when you put in a good race. So sometimes you just get lucky and. Like Camden was saying earlier, sees ahead of you just spread apart, so it works out good. But no, congratulations. Well, it doesn't look like we'll get STX in, but any last questions for these guys, Bets?
No, but I thought Sir Charles was gonna have a pretty good shot at winning. After I saw you let him by because it looked like he was a little bit faster. Mainly because of the tires. So with a couple laps left, we thought he was gonna get by, but he couldn't get by on the DRS straight, and then obviously ended up spinning. So it sucks to be him, I guess. uh, but what can you do? It happens. But
Yep.
you did a great job, especially with the especially after that first VSC where a bunch of guys got to pit under it and you got screwed with a bunch of other guys. You stayed in the race obviously, and didn't give up or slack off and end up with second, which is good.
Love it.
Yeah,
All
thanks,
right.
guys, and also a huge thanks for you guys stepping in today and helping out with the comms. Really appreciate it. It was a really good show, and hopefully everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think this stream
absolutely.
will be pretty good to watch. There's a lot of stuff going on on there.
Absolutely.
Lots of spins got caught on camera. Lots of overtakes, so I think it's a good one to watch.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, hey, we appreciate it, guys, and we got golden tomorrow and platinum on Thursday, same time. That's going to be 8:30 Eastern, and then we got Hungary next week. So appreciate everybody. Have a good night.